Hey, it's Wolfy-Chan, and I'm back with another manga review. And this one is Bleach Volume 3, which has Orihime, and if you look just a little bit more, she has like kind of like a ballerina slipper on, and yet the other one's a sock, and she's kind of in bondage in a way. I don't know what Mr. Kuo was going with this cover, but he makes me wonder a lot of things. So this one goes along kind of Ichigo's more of his normal life, and we go over our basically the day that Ichigo's mother has died, which is June 6th, which I don't think in the anime they really talked about. So this is basically the whole volume is going about and talking about what happens with his mom, what happens, dealing with Cone some more, and basically meeting our one huge fight in this, which is the Grand Fisher. And you find out that Grand Fisher is the reason why, and my dog is doing stuff, don't know why. Grand Fisher is the reason why his mother is dead. And he specifically says murder because, Grand Fisher is a hollow and is a really big one. So, of course, this happens around the grave of Ichigo's mother. And so at this point, he's running on, and Ruki is kind of like, you gotta go kill it. Gotta. Finds out it's the Grand Fisher, and she's like, no, that's not probably the best idea. There's a reason why this hollow legit has a name to him, and not any other ones, because he's the hardest one to kill. Thanks, Rukia. You're the best. So Fisher basically kind of has this doll, at least in this version, that he can control, and then it has to line back up to him. It's like a really weird spot. And the Fisher, the lore itself, is basically, it peels its skin and kind of refreshes into what looks like Ichigo's mother. And of course, that kind of stunts Ichigo a bit because he hasn't seen his mother since he was very, very young, which is sad. On the other flip side of it, we have Orihime and her best friend. I can't remember her name right now. And I know what a lot of Bleach names. But her friend is telling the story about when they went to martial arts, and that was the first time that Ichigo had to deal with all that stuff. He was just a crybaby, a little bit of a kiddo, and he wasn't the best doing martial arts. And when his mother came, he's always put on a smile, even though he did the worst, the bad, all of that stuff. And so they're kind of reminiscing about that and seeing that Ichigo basically wasn't okay after that, and he's never okay the day before that happens. Can't blame him, especially with me. There are situations like I lost my first dog, and I know the exact date that she was gone on. And so every day, or every year that day happens, I'm very somber and really just not in the zone for a lot of things. But people kind of don't pick up on that, and but they were important, as my first puppers was important to me. So Ichigo is, as we shoot back, fighting Fisher. And while Fisher is trying to get some really good moves on him, he does kind of get Ichigo a couple good times. But Ichigo does slice off his arm and slices him pretty good. But it does not kill the Grand Fisher. And Fisher basically goes into his little lore, into more of a humanoid feature, to basically just try and get away. Very strange, very weird. And it almost seems like the body has bits of memories and can mimic the voice, but not a whole lot. It's strange. But so at the end of this, Grand Fisher escapes. Ichigo goes back into his body and kind of is more solemn about it. He goes to his mother's. Excuse me. You never see anything about his grandparents in any of this. Weird, but meh. So we get to basically see the interaction with Ishin, his father, and Ichigo. And basically Ichigo is like, I just want you guys to hate me because, I'm kind of the reason why she died. And he's Ishin's like, I don't hate you. I'd never hate you. He brings up his smoking habit, which really in all the manga he only does it maybe like once a year, I'm guessing, which willpower. We're proud of him. But his whole thing with that is that Misaki, which is Ichigo's mother, said it looked cool, so he's like, it's the only time she said it was cool. And he of course then says, look, I will never hate you or anything like that because I am proud of the woman who was your mother, because she either had the choice to run and let her kid die or wanted to protect him no matter what. And I will always be happy and I will never be upset that she's gone. And you should be happy about living and still being alive. Live a full and healthy life and get old, older than me, die after I do, and be okay. Very heart-touching, very, very, very nice. Which, weirdest part is at the end of this manga, we see basically kind of like the start of the Iran cars, which, if you've seen the anime more, it's basically a huge section, which will go, I believe, as the volumes keep going, we'll go more in detail. But for now, we can see Grand Fisher turning more into an Iran car. Naturally, might I say, instead of how Iran cars are kind of made, which, if you've never seen the anime and don't know anything about that, don't worry, I'll get into more detail when those manga volumes come out about. But for now, just know that that kind of started, and it was very natural. Very, for me, it's a little strange to see that, but very, very natural. We'll admit that. So, if you like this video, definitely like. Also, comment down below if you like this series, me talking about each volume of Bleach, or Full Metal Alchemist, or Host Club, anything like that. If there should be a manga that you want me to review, definitely tell me in the comment section below. I might do a thing every month if anybody wants to just, you know, tell me their favorite manga, I read it and do a review every month. Kind of, maybe a fan pick. But it's up to you. If you want to tell me in this one who your favorite character was, definitely tell me in the comment section below. I don't think I really had a favorite character. This one was more of a somber volume, talking about his mom and stuff like that, which is really touching. But we don't get a lot more details about her. And I will admit, Fisher, his Iran-car state looks a bit different than when you meet him in the anime the second time. Or technically the third time. So, yeah. But definitely don't forget, if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. Because I do upload every day from Sunday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday, whenever you need some different anime or manga video. Got you covered. And if you want to follow me on Facebook or Twitter, add the links down below. And I hope that you are having a very wonderful, wonderful day. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye.